Let's get started with Baker Mayfield and Colin Cowherd and aliens. Justin, you want to get started?
Yeah, I'll start with my alien story. So, I was plowing for a while. And, oh yeah. Her name was, I was snow plowing for a while, and I'd get called out in the middle of the night, and I'm driving back from this, kind of hill jack area that we live by, and, you know where I'm talking about. But, anyway, so I'm driving through, and I'm going on about 5 hours sleep, and I worked for 10 hours in the cold. I was tired, half falling asleep. And I just see crazy lights out on the side of my truck. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? And I start freaking out. What could that be? And I'm like, what's that? I can't believe I'm one of those crazy people that saw a UFO. I'm nuts. Then I'm like, it was a goddamn transformer that just blew, and I'm just overtired. So maybe Baker Mayfield, it was overtired, or maybe he took some good drugs. I'm not sure.
I do believe that he said that him and his wife were drinking. They were on their way home from dinner, so I hope not, actually.
Well, maybe they're in the back of an Uber. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
well, it wouldn't be the first time a Browns quarterback was drinking and then, got out of a car on a highway or threw a girlfriend out of the car on a highway.
Oh, dude,
all right,
good old
Johnny,
Wait,
relax.
Yeah, Johnny.
Dude, did you
still
see
on the Browns
Johnny's tweet today? He's like, I'm sorry for disrespecting all my fans who have stuck with me through the years. I'm going to stop doing that.
No one's stuck through it. He has no fans anymore.
I know. That's what I was like.
He plays in a fan-controlled league.
Yeah, I don't even think that
I don't
exists.
grasp the concept of that. I don't understand it.
Let's focus on the Baker Mayfield thing right now.
But my quick question, though, is if I hit the B button, does Manziel just spin around?
Probably not as good as Braxton Miller's B button, but it's up there.
Okay.
So Baker saw this UFO, and Colin Cowherd, being Colin Cowherd, of course, has to come out and criticize Baker for supposedly seeing a UFO when it's the off-season. It's literally like... He's like, I like my quarterbacks watching tape. Tom Brady's not watching fucking tape right now. Tom Brady's getting hammered. You know what I mean? Literally a couple weeks ago, he was just getting hammered and couldn't form a sentence when he was walking past paparazzi.
I think
then he's going to come out and criticize Baker for this. When literally a couple days ago, he also just said that, Baker is a Case Keenum. He's literally like, Okay, you are a Matt Stafford fan, Steve, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can you name 10 quarterbacks in the league better than Baker Mayfield right now?
I don't think I could name 10.
Exactly. So would you not say that Baker is at least a top 12 quarterback in the league right now? Because you got to remember, Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers just retired, so they're not even in the conversation. Even though Drew Brees isn't confirmed, but it's essentially, it's happening.
Yeah, I'd consider him in top 10. Maybe later half of 10, maybe 10 itself, but yeah.
We'll see what happens after this year. Because
I think this year will be the deciding year because we've seen what he can do with a good coaching staff and some new talent.
We'll see what he does with some continuity this year and actually have a coach for more than a couple months.
And maybe be able to adapt to OBJ this year.
Yeah, I mean...
If we get Higgins back, too.
Yeah, I think we have to keep Higgins. Higgins is a big piece of Baker's confidence, I feel like.
In the locker room.
Yeah.
The guy really tries his best for Cleveland.
Dude, Higgins seems like a good dude. Good drag racer.
I mean, you can't not own a nice sports car and drive fast.
Dude, come
right?
on. If I was driving back from work and you had a nice ass sports car, I had a nice ass sports car, I do. Shit, you do it now.
I do it now. I don't have a nice ass sports car.
so I mean, what the hell? But yeah, I see them making a deal for Higgins if they don't get a huge free agent, which, I don't know who. It's
the only big free agent I can see us actually paying the money to is Levante David.
Well, that's the thing.
I don't think that we're going to get
a linebacker. A linebacker would be solid.
Levante David's the best available linebacker and also one of the best linebackers in the league.
If we could pick up a linebacker in free agency, I think it makes our team better than if we draft one. I mean, we need a linebacker now. We don't need to work on one.
Yeah,
we need a linebacker.
The thing is, we could also sign Levante David for like a 1 to 2 year contract. Because he's going to want a lot of money, but the cap's down this year. And also there's talks of us cutting Sheldon Richardson to save cap space. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Really?
Yeah. Because if we cut Sheldon Richardson, it would save us $1 million in cap. Mm-hmm. He's got a 13 mil cap hit this season, or if we cut him, it's reduced by 11. So that saves us a shit. He saves us the most money of everyone on the team being cut, besides for Jarvis Landry. And you're not getting rid of Jarvis Landry.
Who sits behind Richardson?
Ogunjobi.
And someone else.
And then the guy who blocked like 3 field goals this year, the rookie.
Claiborne or what's Claiborne?
No, Claiborne's an end. He's
Okay.
not an interior lineman.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter. You could probably put him in the middle anyways. It's just an extra.
Yeah, honestly.
rush,
Well,
those guys are big
because
enough.
we're gonna need another end if we don't re-sign Vernon.
which I don't think is going to happen. I don't think it's worth it.
After a torn Achilles and he's 33 years old.
I mean, he looked good when Garrett wasn't in, but even when Garrett was in, it's like the only reason why you're drawing these sacks is because you have the best edge rusher in the game.
He wasn't doing much with Garrett in there.
Yeah, which is kind of underwhelming, I guess, because you're talking about a Pro Bowler, previous Pro Bowler with the Giants, and they gave him
because
that
he had
contract.
JPP on the other side of the line.
Exactly, he was opposite JPP.
Yeah.
And
JPP's a monster even right now, and he's old as shit.
Well, dude, like, Vernon turned it on the last half of the season before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you know, from like week 8 on, he was playing real decent.
You know what? Did you guys just see that Van Hoy got released?
Not a big fan of Van Hoy.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan either, but a decent veteran guy that could come in and perform. I'm not saying perform at like the best level of like Levante David, but for a guy that you could, obviously, if he's been released to that huge contract that he signed the previous year with Miami, we can get him for cheap. Yeah. Spend some money, a little bit.
I think it was Diana Rossini. She was talking about how she was texting with either a coach or a GM, and that there's going to be like big name players getting cut because of the cap.
Yeah, and which is why we're considering cutting Richardson, and people are bringing up Jarvis, even though Jarvis.
And they're going to want to go to a team if they're not going to make the money that they want. They're going to go to a team that can win it. Yeah. So then the following year, when the cap goes back up, then they can go get paid. Yeah. Like Godwin. It sucks that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won it this year and he wants to get paid now. Dude, you're not going to get your money. Whether you stay with Tampa or not is irrelevant.
There's also the topic to bring up of Baker's extension. Because they've been in talks, supposedly, of extending Baker.
Well, he's got the 5th-year option, correct?
Yeah. Well, isn't that this year?
This year
they're picking that up right now.
Yeah, they've already picked up his 5th-year option, and they're already in talks of an extension with him. And I'm thinking you wait until, like, halfway through not halfway
through the
season.
If I'm Baker Mayfield, sign the 1-year contract. Keep signing 1-year contracts. I know that the tax hits hard on it.
No.
That is, he's not LeBron.
Yeah.
Well, he's not LeBron. Look at what J.J. Watt did. You're looking at these big name guys that are signing 2-year contracts for $31 million.
You want your quarterback locked down for
long
years.
Term. Yeah.
And he wants a lot of guaranteed money.
Yeah. It's hard to guarantee that, though, with the cap right now.
Which is why we're probably going to wait to sign him.
Which is why you're going to wait till after this year
and he understands that, I feel like that's why they're in talks now. Because they're saying, like, look, we want to wait until after the cap goes back up to sign you because we don't want to sign you to an extension when we're limited on money. And I don't think Baker's going to want to leave. Why would Baker want to leave? He's loved here. He's literally Cleveland's prince child.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But I'm saying in all seriousness, we don't know the state of the world and state of the NFL right now and the way that they're doing sporting stuff with all the COVID. We don't know what's going to be. Who knows what tomorrow brings? We don't know.
The cap's gonna be high. No matter what happens, the cap is gonna be higher next year than it's gonna be this year.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
There's already more fans in attendance towards the end of the season. Like if we start where we ended last season, the cap's automatically gonna be higher.
Exactly my point. The NFL's gonna make more money next year by selling tickets because at least in Ohio, they're 30% for baseball season, and baseball season starts. By the time football season starts, you're going to be near full capacity. Yeah. I bet. I think. You're at least
I'd like to hope.
Yeah, you're at least going to be 50%, and that's
instead of what. Well,
especially with 10%. The vaccinated people that we're getting now. Like, I mean, and Biden says by the end of May that they plan on having all adults have the vaccine.
Yeah.
It's wishful thinking. I hope it works.
Yeah.
I really want to see it work because people need to be in the stadium. And obviously the atmosphere totally changes when you have fans in the stadium. I mean, you look at the Super Bowl, you look at playoff games compared to the beginning of the season. I mean, fans make a world of difference. And especially a place like Lambeau. Yeah. Think about that. That's America's team, man. Well, not
dude. Sorry to change the subject, but what do you guys think about the 17-game season they're talking about bringing up?
I would rather have 8. I'd rather keep it an even number.
Crazy. I think I don't see why you should add another week.
No, I don't think they need another
punishment
week.
and stuff before the postseason.
I think the playoff.
I'd rather have extended playoffs than a longer regular season.
I like the way they did it this year. I was really uncertain with how I would like it, but It gave us an extra game of playoff football at its highest rate. Dude, that was awesome. I don't care what anyone says.
The super
You
wild
watch
card.
that. You watch the Redskins Tampa Bay game. I'm like, if you're not a fan of football, you're watching this guy come out there and, put up numbers against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm like, holy crap, man, that's football. That's fun to watch. That's like, okay, everything's on the line, win or go home, and everyone's sleeping on the Redskins because they're the Redskins. NFC East is garbage.
They're actually not the Redskins.
That's
facts.
The Washington football team. Correction.
We're so old.
We are old. Oh no.
Let's bring this back to Baker Mayfield and the whole Colin Cowherd thing, though.
Right.
What Colin Cowherd says is irrelevant. The guy, and he doesn't have problems with Aaron Rodgers, and he even admitted in the video.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers has seen a UFO. The guy loves Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Like, okay, dude, it's not hard to like the two of the best people to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you want to dog this guy because he had issues in college. I can't get over.
Let's remember that last week too. He did that segment where he would take like certain quarterbacks in a 5-year span over Baker Mayfield. I just want to go over all the starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and let's see who we actually believe is better than Baker Mayfield.
Go. That's a good
right?
one.
Okay.
We'll all vote on it as we go.
Tom Brady is better than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Okay. Teddy Bridgewater? No. Phillip Rivers is retired. Deshaun Watson, I think you could argue yes.
I think yes.
You think Baker's better than Sean?
No, I said Deshaun's better than Baker.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So that's 2.
Derek Carr, I think is arguable, but I think no.
No, I think he's worse.
Yeah. Drew Brees retired. Patrick Mahomes, obviously.
Yeah, better.
Ryan Tannehill, I think is close, but I don't think he's better. Cam Newton, definitely not at this point in his career.
No.
Russell Wilson, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, I think you could argue from a quarterback standpoint.
Right now, yes.
Statistically,
yes.
We'll see after the season. I think it could change, but right now, yes.
Yes. Matt Ryan's another one I think you could argue. But
Matt Ryan's better.
He's getting old.
Yeah.
But
he hasn't done anything the past couple of years.
But he has a good offense. I mean, Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, exactly.
The only issue is they never have a decent running back where they can pull the running game.
They had Gurley
and Devontae Freeman.
Okay. Yeah, they had Gurley before. Dude, he wasn't washed. He wasn't washed his whole career.
Yeah,
he was there and good.
I think I would take Baker over Matt Ryan.
I would take Baker over Matt Ryan.
I disagree with that, but okay.
Well, it's 2 versus 1, and you're an idiot. So
that's true.
All right. Aaron Rodgers, yes.
I think so.
Big Ben, no. Josh Allen, I think yes.
Yeah.
No, Josh Allen's better. Yeah.
We're at 7.
Kirk Cousins, no.
No.
I mean, even Colin Cowherd said he's a better version of Case Keenum, and Kirk Cousins is a better version of Case Keenum, and I think Baker's better than.
Yeah.
I don't think Kirk Cousins and Case Keenum are comparable.
I'm not going to take.
Okay, we'll talk about that
in primetime games. Yes.
Matt Stafford, I think as of right now,
Stafford's better.
I would take Matt Stafford over Baker Mayfield right now.
In
this year,
in the
not 5 years.
All right.
In the system, he's gonna be better.
At the Rams,
yeah.
Jared Goff
is not a better quarterback.
Kyler Murray, no.
Carson
Wentz, no. Sam Darnold,
no.
Daniel Jones,
no.
Drew Lock, no. So of all the starting quarterbacks this past season, 8. That puts Baker at 9, and you could argue 1 or 2 of those that would put him at 11.
Yeah, so he's got to be top. Say he's top 10.
He's got to be top 10.
Yeah.
Not to mention in the final 8 games of the season. I remember seeing the statistics. I don't know if I remember 100% correct, but in the final 8 games of the season, he ranked number 4 amongst quarterbacks in QBR. Tom Brady, Josh Allen, and I think there was one other person I don't remember, were the only 3 quarterbacks that ranked above him in QBR.
Okay, dude, but week 8 and on, he's one of the best. Like, you take his stats against anyone, not just QBR, but everything. He was like
one of the best quarterbacks
top 5, top 3.
Not to mention Cincinnati game.
Yeah.
The second
Patrick
Cincinnati
Mahomes,
game.
obviously. He was the 3rd quarterback I couldn't think of.
But if you look at the AFC versus the NFC, okay, this is huge because you have Baker Mayfield in the AFC. I don't care if he's not better than all the other quarterbacks in the NFC because you might play those teams one division, once. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? One game. If you're better than a majority of the quarterbacks in the AFC, division, I think you're a better quarterback.
Okay, let's go over the ones in our division then. We got Deshaun Watson for now, Patrick Mahomes, Tannehill, Lamar Jackson,
Allen.
Allen.
So you got all those five, and
so
then
you
Baker.
Got five.
So
of,
you have
five of 9.
Those are all.
That's six. That's your 6 playoff teams right there.
Yeah, exactly. And those are tough teams compared to the NFC. Those quarterbacks, look at the age difference.
Yeah,
like the NFC age difference. Okay, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees,
even Matt Stafford's 33.
The age difference is huge.
Dude, that's what's crazy is that draft class that was it the 18 draft class is gonna be. They're gonna be the predominant quarterback for the next 10 years, dude. It's the same thing
and
as
then you got to factor in Burrow.
Well,
right.
Burrow is a different draft
we don't
class,
know.
but yeah.
Yeah, but same thing. Yeah, but
he's gonna be
AFC, he's gonna turn that
he's
team
gonna
around.
He's gonna be like
the bubble team. He'll be that 6th seed looking to get in.
I'm gonna say Burrow's kind of be like how Russ came after like Rodgers and Roethlisberger and stuff, but still was kind of the same kind of generation a little bit, like that in between thing. That's what I mean. Burrow's too close to them to
Burrow's
say that.
Better than Baker?
Not right
now.
Not
right now, but I'm saying like potential.
Will he be?
Will he be? I think
no,
so.
not on the Bengals. No, I don't think they can build a team enough. Dude, how are they going to get a line to actually protect him?
I think that Burrow is going to be a lot like Tony Romo.
No.
I think he's going to be.
He'll be better than Romo.
Well, that's the problem though. Is Romo was better than you think he was, but he never had an offensive line until the final years of his career when he was always injured.
Dude, he had Jason Witten, Des Bryant.
I know, but he didn't have an offensive line. He constantly had back issues. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's going to be Burrow's problem. Is he's going to be getting hit so much.
He was beat up,
defenses
but
back
when
in
he
the
had
day
running
were
backs,
bad.
and he had running backs, man.
Yeah.
They weren't putting all the load on DeMarco Murray that season. You can't tell me that's the fact. They were riding his coattails because the guy was talented.
Yeah.
But, like, you also got to think, okay, you're playing Tony Romo. What are you expecting first? The pass. Mm-hmm. The guy could throw the football really well. Yeah. Joe Burrow throws the football really well. Baker Mayfield throws the football pretty well. I mean, obviously he's had the longest, I guess, non-recorded catch in NFL history pretty much. I mean, that bomb against the Ravens was insane. Yeah. We can all agree on that. But you have such a great system in running backs, and it's like, I couldn't be more perfect. Mm-hmm. Quarterback with potential. Running backs with high ceiling. It's insane. Mm-hmm. It is insane.
Since you guys want to keep going back to the defense, I think we should move into talking about J.J. Watt.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.